I'll let you work out what's going on here. That's the Vatican's pine cone outside the museum. And if we have a look over here, this is an Anunnaki with a pine cone technology. And when you put the two together, you'll find they are exactly. Really serious question about Jesus. Apparently he's coming back, according to the people on my live chat last night. So what brings him back? What will bring Jesus back? I want to know what it is, because World War I, World War II didn't seem to do the trick. And the second question is, what's he going to do when he comes back? Is he going to wipe out the elites? Is he going to float in the air? The problem is, nowadays with CGI, no one around the world's going to believe that that's Jesus. So what's he going to do when he comes back? Now, people will probably say, oh, you know, he'll put love in your heart. But last night on my live chat, when I was talking about that we have proof that aliens Anunnaki created humans, the people that believe in Jesus were actually threatening and being sick and disgusting. So if that's what's, you know, if I accepted Jesus into my heart and I end up like them, I'd rather not, because that was sick what they were saying last night. So what benefits have we got when Jesus comes back? I'd like to know, thanks. I knew a religious person would say this. So I did a video saying what will bring Jesus back and what's he going to do when he comes back. Of course, the religious people were telling me to go read the Bible. And I mentioned to them that there is evidence that we've got that shows the Anunnaki, alien race, created humans, and Enki told Noah, etc., etc. And these are all facts. And unfortunately, this religious person who has said that they only go by the Bible doesn't know anything different and is telling me that I don't know my facts. So just for this person alone, look up the British Museum, look up Ivan Finkel, look up Noah Ark, Ivan Finkel, Noah Ark. And when you see the tablet that he reads out in the British Museum that says Enki tells Noah, or Zazudra as his name was back then, this predates the Bible and is fact. So there's no denying it. Enki was our father who are in space. Sorry. This was my exact point when I talk about other researchers. So the Emerald Tablets of Thoth talk about light energy beings. They do not talk about the planet Nibiru. So whoever, and I know the person you're talking about, said that that's what the tablet said, I can assure you, after 40 years of research and even lecturing on the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, it does not talk about their home planet, the Anunnakis, being destroyed. Please ask Billy to show me the evidence in the translations of the Emerald Tablets for this. If it wasn't him that said it, because you may have got it mixed up, I apologise, Billy, but this is ridiculous, and I hate this misinformation of people that get it from researchers or get it from other people that is completely wrong, and it winds the hell out of me because I go by facts. God is love until he tries to wipe you out in a flood. Psalm 47 states that he sits on a holy throne, and Ezekiel states that he sits on a lapis lazuli throne, and apparently it indicates his sovereignty. Instead of saying that, why not look at the original tablets that predate the Bible that talk about Enlil, who was the supreme god, who actually has a throne made for him out of lapis lazuli. Funny how they both needed one. Chariots, in several passages in the Bible, it talks about God riding a chariot, and then it says it represents his power and presence. Instead of saying represents, why not just look at the actual Enlil riding a chariot? This is just too easy. This is staff attributed to God, symbol of his guidance. However, we actually have Enlil holding a staff. So instead of people just keep making up these kind of what they believe, if you just go back to the original tablets, everything seems to match that the gods are the Anunnaki gods. Wow, this is pretty scary for Earth. I'll tell you about that in a sec. But I do have religious people saying to me that the universe can only be created by an almighty being because everything is in harmony. Well, here we've got the James Webb Telescope saying that they've now noticed two neutron stars smashing into each other. In other words, suns. So any planets nearby are fried, basically. So if you've got an almighty being that didn't really think that through, think about this. Scientists using supercomputers have actually worked out that there's a chance in 3 to 4 billion years, because of gravitation, that Venus or Mars will slam into our planet. So when religious people say only an almighty being could have created this universe because it's perfect, you wait around 3 to 4 billion years, ain't going to be perfect. My colouring in has finished. This is what my picture looks like. Now this is from the book, colouring book Our True History, which has got loads of these type of artworks in it, especially for followers of Our True History. You can buy it actually from this link below. If you click the OTH colouring book, you can then colour them in yourselves. But I was just quite proud, considering the last time I've actually coloured anything in was at school. So if you're interested in this colouring book, you can buy it direct from the TikTok shop. Thank you. What's your best evidence? New series. So where I normally give the evidence for people, this time I'm asking you for evidence. Obviously I don't believe there's an ice wall that goes all the way around the planet, because literally no one's seen it other than North and South Pole of any kind of description of an ice wall, which is supposedly, according to flat earthers, impenetrable and you can't get over the top of it. I mean, so can you show me the evidence? Do not show me a picture of North or South Pole's ice wall, because that's what you're going to show me. Do not show me a picture or videos of him, because he's talking about the land beyond the pole in the South Pole. If you actually listen properly, that's what he says. So I'm asking, on this new little series that I'm doing, give me one bit of evidence that actually proves there's an ice wall behind, for example, Australia. Obviously, we've got no people that's ever seen it, so you can't give me names. But what evidence do you have? Show me. Tell me. This person doesn't like the idea that I have a Patreon page where I put videos up that they would have to pay a couple of quid to watch, and those couple of quid would cover all the videos that's on there, which is about 6 days worth of videos that I have to sit and edit, etc. So I lose days each time I do a video. But this person's happy that I have a website that I have to pay for out of my own money to allow people to watch thousands of videos free of charge on that website. So this person's saying that my knowledge should be given away free of charge, just like a professor does. You know, when a professor goes to work and gets zero money for it. Oh, no, wait, they get paid, sorry. But this person doesn't understand that the actual information is already out there. I'm just collating it. So I'm not withholding information. I'm just smart enough to put it together and give it to people that want to know it without having to go and look for it. I've now finished a documentary on who I think the real father of Jesus was. It's 20 odd minutes long, and it's on my Patreon page, along with many, many other videos that I've done, such as a 3-hour documentary on everything you need to know about spirits and so on, and mermaids. But going back to this, if you don't agree with my findings, please do your own video and add research like I've done with mine. And obviously, if you still don't agree and you haven't got the research, just don't be rude. This is just my research with my evidence that I have put forward to. So hopefully you like it. It's on the patreon.com/OurTrueHistory. At some point, maybe in a month or so, I may put this video on TikTok for people to watch, but it would have to be split in 2 parts because it's a 20 minutes edited video. So that's the end of that. Hopefully people agree with me. If not, I'd love to see your versions of what you think. Simple question, if you could answer it. So these are meteorite craters here on Earth. There's loads of them, and they are massive. Some of them are so big. And these are meteorite craters on the moon. You guess where I'm going with this. And guess what? These are meteorite craters on Mars. In other words, every single planet's probably got meteorite craters. So some of these are absolutely massive, life-threatening. Now, why would God, who created heavens and earth, have these massive rocks flying around that could actually literally destroy the life on his planet that he put on there? So is it either God thought it'd be good to have some rocks flying around, or was it a big bang, everything smashed into everything, over thousands and millions and billions of years, and then eventually the Anunnaki came here, genetically modified the hominids that was here already, which is why Homo sapiens have 2 fused chromosomes. Which one is it, God or are spirits and God connected? So we've got the Holy Trinity, which tries to explain why in Genesis 1:26 it's plural. God made us in their image. So the Holy Trinity was just made up to explain that. Now the spirits are light energy beings, which we know because I've dealt with clairvoyants, mediums and spiritists, and we know the Bible talks about the Anunnaki because I've proven that on my videos and no one's ever going to be able to debunk that. So the clairvoyants and mediums, etc., all say that the light energy beings have a higher light energy beings. In fact, even the book of Emerald Tablets of Thoth talk about the Council of Seven plus 2 extra larger orbs. So from my research, because obviously the God that we know in the Bible is just an Anunnaki, my research leads me to believe that the spirits only really deal with other orbs and not an almighty being. Satan, I believe I can tell you who Satan, or should I say what Satan was. This is based on the book of Revelations and the ancient texts that I study. And if you don't know who I am, I'm the actual guy that's told you who and what was on Atlantis. No one's told me I'm wrong. Thousands of people have watched that video, tens of thousands. Who and why Stonehenge was built. I've also told you what these granite boxes are for. Again, 0 debunks, over 1 million views on these. So with the book of Revelation, what you'll find is people have collated all the, shall we say, destruction ancient texts and converted them into one book where it's Revelation, which means the dates are well off on these ancient translations. In other words, some of the things happen way back and some may come to pass. And I'll be explaining all of that on my Patreon video.